YouTube, this is Vargas XX78 back again with another collection pickup video straight from the Vargas Vault, and I wanted to share with you, like is a common theme in my channel, to share all the awesome little things that I've added that I think are cool because otherwise I wouldn't buy them, and I hope you guys enjoy me posting these videos and watching me talk about all this awesome stuff that I've added recently to the vault, because I have added a couple of things. Not the biggest haul, but like I said, I have tried to not buy as much stuff. Eventually there will come a point when I have more stuff that I can fit, so I'll definitely have to stop, but till then I want to share with you this pickup video. So I'll start off with some Disney Infinity. Disney Infinity is a video game that came out on the PlayStation, the Xbox, and the Nintendo consoles. It was a game where you had this little platform, and you would put these figures, and you could play as the figure. They released an all Disney version, which is the first version they released. Then they released a Marvel one, and then a Star Wars one. And unfortunately, the video game series has been cancelled. Disney decided that they didn't want to follow through with any future entries, which sucks because the third one was really good. The Star Wars one was really good. They really fixed a lot of the control problems and the level designs and everything. So they announced that they were going to stop producing the video games and the figures. So whenever I come across some of these figures, I try to pick them up. And I picked up at a flea market, Drax the Destroyer. I posted this on Facebook, and everyone said he looks more like Kratos than Drax the Destroyer. But with Guardians of the Galaxy 2 about to come out, I want to pick up the Guardians of the Galaxy figures. There's Rocket, there's Star-Lord, there's Gamora, there's Groot. So I want to pick up those. Also, for my daughter, I picked up Jasmine. Aladdin's also part of this line, but I thought Jasmine was pretty cool. So Jasmine for my daughter. And I picked up Maleficent. Now the only problem is this is the Angelina Jolie version of Maleficent. Personally, I prefer the old cartoon version. I still think that version is a total badass. She turns into a dragon and just enjoys being evil. And while Angelina Jolie did a good job as Maleficent, I do think they really depowered her a lot. She doesn't turn into the dragon, she turns a crow into a dragon, which kind of sucks. But yeah, Maleficent is my favorite Disney villain, so I thought, why not? Also, I bought these, I don't know, well, I bought them because they were cheap. I don't really collect these things, but I picked up some wrestling figures. I picked up Randy Orton, and I picked up Carlito, which a lot of you might not remember Carlito, but he was the guy that would eat apples and spit in people's faces. The only wrestling figures I know I have is I have a Hulk Hogan. I'm pretty sure I have an Andre the Giant, but that's pretty much it. But these were cheap, and it's the rated, Randy Orton and Carlito, who I thought was really obscure, but I thought they were cheap. I don't collect wrestling figures, but why not? Picked up a video game. Picked up Cliffhanger for the Super Nintendo. Really hard to pick up retro games nowadays. Either they're really hard to come by, or people want obscene amounts of money for them. I bought this one cheap. I got it pretty cheap, and it's a video game based on the Sylvester Stallone movie Cliffhanger, which I like. I'm a big fan of Stallone, so I thought, why not? I remember renting this when I was a kid, and I remember it not being that good, but, well, I got it cheap, and it's a Super Nintendo game. I also picked up these lanyards for The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead. I'm pretty sure these were given out at a Comic-Con, but it's been a good 4 years since I've gone to Comic-Con, going on 5, so I picked these up because I'm not going to go to Comic-Con this year either. Also, If you follow my channel, you know I'm a big cup collector. I like collecting collectible cups. Yeah, collectible cups. And I found these wrestling cups. They were from 7-Eleven, the big gulps, for the SummerSlam of 2009. And I picked up Triple H, the game, and I picked up the Rated R Superstar Edge. They also had a Kelly one, but bleh. And they also had a John Cena one, but that one was all beat up. And in that set, the one that came out was... They also came out with an Undertaker one, but they didn't have that one, so I didn't pick it up. Also, picked up some Nerf. Because Nerf. Went to a garage sale, and they had in bag with 3 Rebel darts and a Rebel decoder. This one, I don't remember the name of it. It's kind of like the Hammer Shot, but only instead of the Hammer Shot being 5, this one has 4. You pull it like that, and you shoot. It sounds like it has a nice pop. It comes with a holster. That's I put upside down because I'm stupid. So yeah, it's a clip-in holster. You just put it on your belt, draw, and shoot. The problem with the Rebel line is that it doesn't get as much performance as the male ones. I don't know why. Nerf's kind of sexist that way. And a lot of people don't like the colors. I mean, it's pink and purple, but I like the design of it. And I have no problem with the color, so I picked up this one. This one's pretty awesome. Also, I picked up this Rebel, I think it's called the Rapid Glow. I don't know, I haven't researched the name of the gun. But it's basically like a Recon. Just pull this thing back, clip release here. It has a compartment here where you put batteries, and the batteries have an LED here where you can charge glow-in-the-dark shots. And that's an extra bit of weight at the front, but you can change that. And you just pull this thing forward and you shoot. Again, not the great performance, not as good as an Elite Recon, but I like the design, so I picked it up, because why not? Also picked up a Alpha Trooper. This is an N-Strike Alpha Trooper. Doesn't get as good performance because it's a reverse plunger, and the Elite one is the one to get. But I didn't have an Alpha Trooper, and now I do, and basically, if I'm being honest, I only picked it up because of the stock. This is a very cool stock. You can go like that, doesn't move, like that, doesn't move. So it's pretty cool. I like the stock. The Alpha Trooper's okay, but it doesn't get any sort of good performance, like, at all. Also, picked up, I've been wanting to get the Dart Tag version of this, but I haven't actually come across it, but I found this. This is the Rebel reshell of that blaster whose name I forget. This is the Rebel Power Bell, I think, and it's a battery-operated blaster. So basically, you just hold the trigger and spam about, I'm going to say 10 darts. It's pretty front heavy actually. As a pistol, it's pretty heavy because this is where the batteries go. I need to open it up and see what kind of batteries it takes. So it's pretty hard. But one of the Nerf YouTubers I follow, Captain Xavier, did something really cool with this. He painted it all black. And then he wired it to work on a remote, and he just puts it as a shoulder cannon, which I thought was pretty cool. I have 0 electronic skills, so there's no way in hell I'll be able to wire it like that, but it's a cool idea, so maybe one day I can do that. But, you know, it's a battery-powered blaster, a smaller capacity than Swarm Fire, which is even better. But it's pretty cool. And I also got the Nerf rival. Oh, I forget the names of these things. I think it's the Apollo. Maybe don't quote me on that. It's a the Rebel line works different from the Nerf Elite line. Instead of shooting darts, it shoots little golf balls, which are really cool. This one has a. Oh, that won't come out. A magazine that you put in the little golf balls in it, and then you just put it in here, and then you pump it. You would pump it. I don't want to dry fire this one because I've heard the rival line is notorious for you know breaking when you dry fire it. But it's basically a shotgun. It's a rival shotgun. You pump it, then shoot, and it shoots 2 rival golf balls. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty big. It's pretty heavy. Honestly, you only get, since this thing holds 12 and shoots 2, you get like 6 shots, which is not a lot. They just released the Artemis, which is even better than this. Totally replaces this, but I thought this was pretty cool. I got it cheap. It works, and the color scheme I think is pretty cool. I usually go for the blue ones because blue is my favorite color, but this red and black, for some reason I like this red and black color scheme. I don't know why. Reminds me of something, but yeah, picked up the rival shotgun thing, and also picked up some CDs. I'm trying to build a CD collection. Picked up the Lilo and Stitch soundtrack. I love Lilo and Stitch. I think it's one of Disney's best 2D cartoons. And the soundtrack has a nice Hawaiian feel to it, and it has a bunch of songs from Elvis Presley. And I like Elvis Presley, so I had to get that CD. Also, I picked up the Tarzan original soundtrack. I love the cover here. The cover looks really cool. And I like the Tarzan CD. Phil Collins did a bunch of these songs. And this is a good cartoon too. Also, because I'm a wrestling fan, I found a copy of WWF The Music Volume 3. This has the Attitude Era soundtracks for The Undertaker, Edge, X-Pac, Kane, The Rock, Ken Shamrock, D-Generation X. But it doesn't have the eventual cooler version. The D-Generation X one is the best one here, but there are cooler interpretations of the other entrance music. So yeah, but it's still pretty cool. You know, it's WWF. Also, I found Linkin Park Hybrid Theory. I liked the first work of Linkin Park. After that, they didn't. What they've released recently is not that good, but I like the CD. And I also picked up Rob Zombie's Hillbilly Deluxe. Also, not his best work. I like, which one was it? I like Dragula. I thought that was good, and another one I don't remember. Those are the 2 best ones from this one. So yeah. Also, a couple of months ago, maybe years, I bought a Bumblebee mask. It's a voice-changing Bumblebee mask that allows, it has sound effects and also changes your voice to sound like a robot. When that Bumblebee mask released, it also came with a arm cannon. It was an arm cannon, similar like the colossal cannon that I show off for Green Lantern, but this one had sound effects. And it lit up. And I've never found it cheap. I found it, but they usually want a lot of money for it. But I went to a flea market, and I found the Bumblebee arm cannon. So this goes in conjunction with the Bumblebee mask, and it has a button here. Oh, that you have to turn on, because otherwise it won't work. Because I'm stupid. This time I did leave batteries. So it does that, and while it's in arm mode, it has a little thing here that you press, and while it's in arm mode, sounds like metal clanking. But this one also transforms into the arm cannon part, and if you press the little button here, it does that. So yeah, I picked it up because I already have the Bumblebee mask, and I thought that was pretty cool. It's kind of heavy, you know, it's kind of tiring to have this on your hand, but screw it. It looks pretty cool. I like it a lot, so I had to pick it up. And the last thing I'm going to show to you guys is I've been obsessed with picking up a wrestling belt ever since I picked up that World Heavyweight Wrestling belt, the old school kind that looks like a kid's one. I've been wanting to buy another one, but from the WWE, you know, the Eagle belt or the new W belt. And I haven't found it, but I have found something that I've been also looking for even longer. I just never found one that looked good or never found one that was cheap. And that's luchador masks. Here in Mexico, we have our, you know, luchador, who have the mask, and the mask has always been something really cool from Mexican wrestling. It's what separates us from other countries. The luchadors wear their mask, and each luchador has their own mask, and in the big matches, they would pit mask against mask. You know, I would put up my mask to fight you, and hopefully, you know, keep my mask and get your mask. A variation of that is the cabellera contra cabellera, where we bet hair. You know, the luchadors that don't have a mask have hair, and then they bet their hair against the other guy's hair. So, for the longest time, I've been trying to get a luchador mask for two wrestlers in particular. But, like I said, either I find cheap in price and then cheap in material. They look cheap, and I don't want that. And the good kind of masks are really expensive, so I haven't, you know, ponied up the money for that. But at a garage sale, the same garage sale where I bought the Rebel hammer shot thing, I found some masks, and they're not just any kind of masks. They are the two masks that I've been searching for. There's two Mexican wrestlers that are legendary here in Mexico. The first one is El Santo, El Enmascarado de Plata, who starred in a whole bunch of movies, the luchador movies that from the 50s and 60s, part of the 70s too. That they had a whole bunch of genres. So they were luchador genre, but they also had subgenre. In some of them, El Santo was like a James Bond type of character. In others, he would fight zombies and vampire women and stuff like that. So he had a whole bunch of different sub-movies. So, and I remember when I was a kid, watching at kindergarten, watching the news of his death. I was like, but I just saw him on a movie. How could he be dead? My child mind didn't comprehend. So I've always wanted a Santo mask, and I finally found one. At a good price. It was cheap. And yeah, this is El Santo, El Enmascarado de Plata mask. I am super happy to find this mask in particular, because he was my favorite wrestler growing up, and it's really cool. I can't explain how awesome it is to finally be able to find a good quality mask, because this is the good quality mask. The cheap kind of masks that I mentioned are kind of like this, but all of this, and this is hand stitched, and it sparkles. It's really cool. I love this mask. The only problem is that it's kind of a tight fit, but it's supposed to be like that. And the other mask I found is from the second iconic wrestler that we have here in Mexico, Blue Demon. I've always liked Blue Demon. The blue color is really cool, and like I said, this is a really kick-ass mask. It shines and everything. And Blue Demon was El Santo's frenemy. Sometimes he would be his rival. Sometimes he would be his partner. They have a weird relationship in the movies, and I always have those two wrestlers bound together. I can't think of El Santo without Blue Demon. So being able to find a Santo mask with a Blue Demon mask was just like epic, and I got them really cheap. I got both of the masks for $1, and they are really good quality masks. I can't believe I honestly can't believe I found those two masks for $1 each, and they're awesome. I freaking love these two masks, and I'm super happy to finally own El Santo and Blue Demon masks. I just can't begin to explain how super happy I am. I am actually happy about everything I've picked up. I've picked up a lot of cool stuff, but definitely save the best for last. Save the best for last. Those luchador masks are cool. There's only, now that I have the main ones, if I ever come across an Octagon mask, that would be cool. Octagon is another wrestler that has a long trajectory, and the other one is Tinieblas. Tinieblas is really cool. He has like this golden thing and then black at the front. I always like that mask design. And of course a Rey Mysterio, Rey Mysterio 619 version. That would be also a very cool mask to own. But right now, I'm not gonna. If I come across them cheap, I'll buy them. But I am happy with these two masks because they are the most iconic, in my opinion, the most iconic wrestling masks in all of Mexico. So that was a pickup video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I like recording these videos, and I hope you enjoy watching them and watching me share all my stuff and having me talk for I don't know how long. I thank so much for your views, your watches, your thumbs up, and whatever comment you feel like leaving. Until I see you all again, this is Vargas XX78 from the Vargas Vault, thanking you and signing out.